So I'm back. And the reason I'm back, so just call this an extra video. Um, Life Skills 101. I want to finish all of um, goals. I didn't want to just stop in the middle. So you get a bonus video. So if you're watching these in order, the last video, I left off talking about goals and what can interfere with achieving your goals and how to conquer your interferences. So I'm just going to pick back up. So if you're kind of lost, you need to watch the video before this. So I was talking about writing out your goals and then organizing them and then writing out how you're going to achieve the goals. Like, what does it require to achieve the goals that you have? So let me see if I can move this a little bit. So in reference to that, you have a list. You can see my list here is numbered with your goals. You can do however many you want. And after you make a list of your top goals, we're going to talk about them. And then there's a question that says, are they realistic for you? And this is where you have to be honest with yourself, because you may have a goal in mind because you've seen it done and it just looks easy. So it's just because it's easy and there may be some benefit behind that, but it's a goal. How beneficial, though, at the end of the day, is that to you? Are you really getting a return on your investment? Meaning the time that you spend, the money that it may take, etc. So we want to look at our goals to see, are they realistic? You know what I mean? And why I say that's being honest with yourself, because you may find out, like, why is this a goal? Like, yeah, that's something I wanted to do 3 years ago. I really have no desire to do it, but you're just still trying to stick to this thing of what you used to, want to do. But people change, so our goals change. So in reference to the goals, it is an area where you want to be very honest and transparent with yourself. And then how will you achieve your goals? So, which brings me to when you're looking at your goals, you have to look at it full circle. What can interfere with achieving your goals? Off top, time. There's only so much time in a day. And a lot of our time is already committed to something, someone, just time, So really looking at what will interfere or what can possibly interfere with me achieving my goals. So what does that look like? I don't know. You tell me. What does that look like? What can possibly interfere with you achieving your goals? Can it be not having a support system, or not knowing if you have a support system at all, being able to identify what's a support system? What does that look like? What do I even need to know what type of support system, I need to get? Are there some classes you may need to take because you realize, hey, this takes money. And I could possibly save in this area if I just take a moment to look at a few videos or learn an app or a program. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of jobs that offer free training for certain programs and things just online. You can pretty much Google anything. But what can interfere with achieving your goals? You do want to be honest and just look at that. And then on the flip side of that, Once you identify these interferences, how are you going to be able to conquer them? So I know I need a support system. I've identified what that support system looked like. So let me start building it. Let me start offering. Stop thinking that you know what people are going to say before you have even asked. Stop. Because when you do that, you stop opportunity and things from happening just because of what you think up here. They haven't even told you. You know what I mean? In all honesty, they may be wondering, like, I want to help them, but they really haven't said nothing. Are they serious? Or are they like whatever? So the moment you say something, it's like, hey, yeah, I definitely have your back. I have your support. And, they'll explain what that looks like. So give people an opportunity. The worst somebody can say is no, or not right now, or I'm not able to do that, but I'm able to do this. Will this still help? So if you need people as a support system, if you need to get around like-minded people that are doing what you have a desire to do, how do you get in the room? Are there events on Eventbrite that are free, where you can get in the room, get familiar, learn some things, meet some people, shake some hands? Are there some networking opportunities, available? So those types of things. How can you conquer your interferences? So once you know what that is, you come up with how to conquer it. And with this, you want to assess everything you have at your fingertips, even things that probably haven't even been, like you would never put those two things together. Start putting those two things together, if it makes sense. So again, writing your goals, how you're going to, I almost knocked myself out, how you're going to accomplish the goals, what they look like, your goal blockers or interferers, and then how you're going to conquer those. It is very much, very, 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 very much easier being proactive instead of reactive because you have a plan. And even if things go opposite and your plan A didn't work and you have to go to B and C, but you were prepared for something, you didn't get blindsided, where now you have to stop, come up with a plan, and then, keep going. By listing your success blockers, your interferences, well, I kind of already did this, but by listing your success blockers, you will be able to think, assess, and plan with efficiency. Efficiency. This allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. Look at that. Just rolled off the tongue because it just makes sense. So don't just have a goal for the sake of having a goal. Be able to bring that goal to life. Remember, take it from here, put it on here, your phone, computer. I would actually say something that you can have tangible, something you can look at if you journal, in a journal. But just something that that you can see that makes you accountable. And I'm going to go into this next part as well. So you have these goals, and I kind of touched on it. Where will accomplishing your goal fit into your current schedule? Do you even know what your actual schedule is? I know you may get up at the same time every day, have a system, be out the door. You're at work from this time to this time. You go to the gym from this time to this time. In between, you're you're eating and all of that. At this time, you may be, you know, cooking dinner or getting the kids ready for bed, whatever that is. Actually, write out your day. Write out your day. You know, 5 o'clock. You know, I'm up taking my showers by 5:45, getting the kids up. By 6:30, making breakfast. You know, by 7:15, everybody's out the house. By 8:30, I'm at work from 8 to 4:30. When I leave work, I go to the gym. I go to the gym from 5 to 5:45. When I do that, then I go home. I help the kids with homework. Then make like whatever your day is, like really write out your day. And the reason I say write out your day, because you may find a space that you a space of time that you're not utilizing, or a space of time that you're doing one thing in and you actually could be like multitasking. So write out your day. Write out your day. Whatever time your day starts, you know, your main points, and to the end of your day. And writing out your day is going to help you see where you're spending time, areas that you may be spending too much time, not enough time, areas where time may be able to be moved around. But that's what you want to do. So writing out your day and knowing your schedule is going to be key for your success. It's going to be key. If you're a person that kind of go with the flow, that's great. But sometimes in life, you need some type of structure. And so for me, like right now, I had a semester off from school, and in 2 days I start back school. So now, on top of, you know, all the titles, working, mom, wife, all those responsibilities that come with that, now I'm a student. So school, there's homework, there's things that's going to need to be done on top of, you know, everything else. And you know, just what that's going to look like. Even when I was registering for this semester, I wanted to take 2 classes at minimum, right? Because I'm trying to finish sooner than later. But when I looked at my schedule and I'm plugging things in and I'm looking at the times of the class, it didn't make sense. It did not make sense. Like, I physically did not have the time to go to a campus. Okay, so now let me look at online courses. And then if the online courses, what time are the courses? Like, it was a thing. And because I knew my schedule, I knew what was already on my plate, I knew the things that are to come once school starts, that's going to be added on. And let me see what that looks like. So that is what you want to do. You really want to know your schedule so you don't bite off more than you can chew, so that you don't overcommit, so that you're not undercommitting. Feeling like, you know, I can't do this because I have all these things to do. And then once you write it down, oh, I actually could. You know, I can cut down 30 minutes here, add 30 minutes there. So it's very important to write out your schedule. Because again, that's going to help accomplish your goals. So of course that goes into time management. And guess what? That's what I'm going to say for next week, time management. But I did just want to give you guys the part 2 of the goals. Writing out your goals, what your current schedule looks like, how the new goal or goals are going to fit. If you need to spread them out, you know, focus on one goal right now, add the next goal in another 2 or 3 months, or whatever that may look like for you. But it is important to write out what you're doing and what you want to do. So again, you're being proactive and not reactive, and you don't get, you know, halfway in and realize I got to stop. I got to start over. This was too much. I'm feeling overwhelmed. So instead of you having a joy about it, you just feel like you added a burden to yourself. So be mindful, write down your goals, make sure you have some goals. Everybody should have a goal or two. And just be honest with, itemizing those goals, what you want to achieve, how you're going to be able to achieve them, what you need to do to help with your own process, and write out your day and plug in. So that way you're able to plug in where these new goals are going to fit in and how they're going to balance out with what you already have going on. So that is the ending part to goals. And I am going to pick up next week talking about time management. What's the one thing you cannot get back in life? I'm sure there are other things, but the main thing you cannot get back is time. You cannot go back in time. You can't go in the future regarding time. All you have is the present moment. And we're going to talk about it. Life Skills 101. This is Shy, Instagram at shymowright. And I'll see you soon.